Hello everyone, Mr. Happy here, and in this video I wanted to share with you all my thoughts on Nier Automata. This game has been popping up a lot on my channel, people asking if I've seen it, what my thoughts are on it. So since I did a video for World of Final Fantasy, which if you haven't seen, you should go check that out as well, then I figured I might as well do a video for this and some of the other games that I saw that looked exciting over at E3. So what is Nier Automata? Well, it's an action RPG that's being developed by Platinum Games and published by Square Enix. Interesting that Platinum Games got a lot more views on Scalebound, just because it was kind of what their main game was going into E3, but this is also being developed by them, so if this is their B team and Scalebound's their A team, damn, they got talent up the wazoo when it comes to Platinum Games. But this game looks phenomenal, so let's just talk about this one. There's a boss fight going on as I'm talking over it, so hopefully you're enjoying that. So I actually didn't know that this was a sequel to another game that was simply titled Nier back on the PlayStation 3. I didn't play that, I didn't even know it existed, so this is my first time seeing anything regarding the series. However, I also didn't know that these two games, Nier and Nier Automata, actually take place in the Drakengard universe. They are spin-offs of the Drakengard universe. So I only played Drakengard 1 and some of Drakengard 2. I just remember the creepy ending with the babies, and I don't want to remember it because it was nightmare-inducing, so let's just not talk about that. So Nier Automata actually takes place as a direct sequel to Nier, and it takes place after the fourth possible ending of the first game. So it follows a very specific ending. You'll have to look at one of the multiple endings in order to figure out which one it actually is. And just like with Nier, it contains characters from Drakengard, specifically Drakengard 3, and it also contains characters from the original Nier as well. So in case you hadn't figured out by watching this, again, amazing boss fight that we have going on back here that was shown off at E3 2016, this is, as I said, an action RPG that focuses on high action gameplay, as it's stated. Now, it does retain RPG elements and some of the gameplay elements from the original Nier, but the main reason why Square Enix went to Platinum Games in the first place was to give it a more high action feel, and I think they definitely captured this. It's like a 3D version of, what's that game that everybody used to play, Touhou. It reminds me of like a 3D version of Touhou when I'm looking at this. Now, on top of the characters that you're seeing during the boss fight, there are other multiple characters that can be unlocked by going through different playthroughs and taking different story paths, so it has a lot of variety, sort of, in the gameplay, but it is mostly melee weapons. There are some ranged weapons in this game, but there is a high focus on forcing you to actually get up to your enemy and attack them. Really looking for dodging and countering these barrages of attacks and just looking for chances to strike, as opposed to standing at a safe distance and just taking the easy road. So that kind of thing means it's kind of a high skill game, I imagine. I don't know what we're looking at difficulty wise, but I love games like this. I've always been a fan of action RPGs. Ever since I was a young kid, I used to imagine that, so I'm really happy to see another game that looks like I get to add to my list. So now that we know the basic details about the game, the only important thing remaining is when is this game going to release? Well, you just saw it flash on the screen before I even got to say this, but it is planned for early 2017. Originally, it was planned for Q4 of 2016, November more specifically, but there was apparently some concern over if it would have any commercial success at that time of year. I guess it is going up against a lot of the other Christmas-related things, and this probably isn't a game that's going to be super high on the Christmas list compared to some of the AAAs that are coming out at the time. I don't know what AAAs are coming out around that time, but, you know, they have a better insight into that thing. They are keeping track of it way better than I am, so I trust their decision on that one. They're also going to use that additional time to amp the game up, you know, make sure that it's fine-tuned, that the quality is increased. So as long as they're not just sitting on their laurels in that time, I am perfectly okay with them taking a little bit of extra time in order to make sure that when the game launches in early 2017, that it is as great as it can be. So, I mean, this boss fight, I'm sorry, I got distracted when I was trying to record because I'm just watching this boss fight. I can't wait to play this game just because I love games that are like this with, like, it reminds me, like I said, of a 3D Touhou, and I loved Touhou growing up. I love games where there's patterns to dodge and there's lots of attacks for you to be paying attention to. It's just a very interesting concept to me, especially in an action RPG. So, let me know what you think about Nier Automata if you're going to be picking it up. Should I play the PS3? I think I should play the PS3 version before I play this one. I think I might look into doing that sometime later this year, just before Nier Automata comes out. If you're looking for more coverage, be sure to like, favorite, subscribe, and share, and let me know what you think. I will see you guys in the next video. I've got a few more to release regarding some of the RPGs we saw at E3, so I'll see you in the next one. Until then, take care.